Hey, Tesak here, and this is my daily driver, 28 years old, first generation Skoda Octavia. And I had awesome video prepared in my mind, as this car desperately needed front brakes to be changed. Unfortunately, it needed them a little too much and I had to do the job in freezing rain of Central Europe January. Which means that not only I struggled big time recording anything, but the camera kept giving up on me multiple times as well, resulting in having whooping 8 minutes and 30 seconds of raw footage and whole 5 photos over the 6 hours job. So a quick video it is today, sadly. To start with it, let me tell you about the stakes. My father's car, which is our second car in the, let's call it family, was at MOT that day. I dropped my girlfriend at her job at 8 AM and on my way back home, the brakes started binding really bad. So I stopped at local parts shop, got some spare parts, new hydraulic jack, and basically got to work knowing, well, that I have to fix the car probably slightly before 4 PM. Keep in mind, once again, I don't really have much of a tools for this job, as most of the tools I have is IT stuff, and what I can borrow from my father's shed is mostly cheap Wish or Temu stuff that breaks really easily. And last time I changed brakes was 15 years ago with my father and grandfather. So naturally, I wedged the wheels, put the car into first, engaged parking brake, jacked the car up, put locks under it to keep it secure, got the wheels off and got to it. I got greeted by absolutely demolished disc and worn out pads on left side. So I loosened up the Torx nuts and got the pads down. Surprisingly, nothing was stuck badly as I expected, as the brakes weren't touched for roughly 8 years. Getting the disc off was tougher challenge as I managed to nearly destroy the nut keeping it in place. Luckily quick call with my friend who loves ultras buckets just like me, and I knew to put matching bit into the nut and hit it with hammer a few times. Well, I haven't had access to hammer at the time, so screwdrivers handle like this, and to my surprise it helped. It's really neat trick. Thank you very much, my friend. Anyway, with the disc off, I quickly replaced it. Given that I nearly destroyed the screw I wanted to replace it, well, the replacement kit came with wrong size screw. Bummer, but I don't have time for this, so old one goes back in and hopefully I'm not gonna mess it up next time. From there I had to replace pads and that's where all the issues started. There is hydraulic mechanism engaging and holding these pads in place. I have no idea how it's called in English. Issue is, it got stuck. And I have no vice grip or anything that could really help me. Squishing it back in, I mean. All I had at my disposal was my bare hand, screwdriver and wrench. I asked my dad and my friend and they told me to make sure to open the brake fluid reservoir to notify the pressure of closed system. That helped a bit but not entirely. In the end I had to ask my dad to come and help me, and with combined strength of 2 grown men prying at the same time we managed to loosen it up just enough to fit the pads in and then get it over the disc at the right place. So all I had to do at the time was to put everything back together, get the car on the ground and test it. Luckily, the brakes were free and working correctly, no more binding. With left side down, I jigged the car on the other side and proceeded to replace the right side as well, as it should be done honestly, like you want to change both sides at once. That side went even smoother and I got the car back down at around 4 PM, like really 3:50 or something like that. Overall, it was a rather easy job, and if I had the right tools, it would be even easier. Out of the roughly 5 hours it took, this time includes operating the camera, which takes a lot of time, trust me, assembling the new jig and having to find perfect locks again, as I just threw them on the lock pile last time and they're probably burned by this time. About half of the time, maybe even more, was spent attempting to fit the left pads back in. With frozen hands and in ice cold rain, and you know the worst part is, I don't even have it on camera because the camera just gave up. That being said, as I'm editing this video and writing this script, I already have one more video about this car in making, as there is very similar experience that came up just yesterday in even worse conditions. I already fixed the thing and hopefully managed to record at least most of it, if not all of it, as I didn't sort the footage yet, so I have no idea. But yeah, detailing old cars is tons of fun. You never know what the day is gonna be. That being said, thank you very much for watching and I'll catch you next time. See ya.